Digital Romance TV.
Welcome to Digital Romance TV. I'm Donna Barnes, and today I want to talk to you about a huge red flag that you should look for when you're in a relationship. And that is very simply if your date, your lover, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, can't take responsibility for their own actions. If they've done something that's upset you and you try to talk to them about it, and hopefully you do that with I statements. You say, I felt this when this happened. You don't blame them, because then I think anybody gets defensive if you blame them. But what I'm talking about is if you say, hey, or even if someone just disappeared for a while and then they pop back up like nothing happened, and you kind of go, hey, where'd you go? And they get really defensive about it, and they start getting angry and yelling at you and turning it back on you and making you the bad guy that you even asked. That is a monster red flag. Because I'm bringing this up because this is happening with a client of mine, and I think it happens all too often. And quite frankly, she's trying to decide whether she should marry the guy or not. And to me, that is absolutely no. You will have such an unhappy life with somebody who cannot take responsibility for their own stuff. We all have issues. We all do things wrong. None of us are perfect. So it's so much easier if someone calls you on something and you know that you did it wrong to just go, hey, you know what, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. I was having a bad day, or I was in a bad mood, or whatever it was. Just own it. It's so much easier. But, for someone who then gets really defensive and creates an argument out of it and turns around and makes you the bad guy for even asking, don't doubt yourself. You have to take care of yourself, and you're responsible for getting your needs met. So if something's going on that's not making you happy, it's a boundary thing that you need to tell them, hey, this didn't work for me, or hey, this really upset me, or hey, could you not do that again? And whatever it is that's going on, how they respond to that really is your clue into how happy this relationship's going to be down the line. If they care about you and they acknowledge that what they're doing is not working for you, hopefully you'll find a resolution for how you can live happier together. That's an effective communication in a relationship. But so what I'm trying to say is it is a monstrous red flag if anyone gets really defensive and angry if they've done something that upset you and you're trying to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Because if someone can't take responsibility for their own stuff, it means they're going to blame you for everything. And if you're conscientious, I see this with a lot of clients too, they accept the blame when it's not their fault. And that's very damaging to your self-esteem. So love yourself enough to know that when something bothered you, trust your instinct that you can, in a calm, loving way with I statements, taking responsibility for your feelings about it, not blaming someone. It's not about what they did, it's about how you feel about what happened. If you can't have a calm, loving conversation that creates positive change from it, then that's not a good relationship. And I think that's a monster red flag, and that it's time to get out of the relationship. And if someone shows you that early on in a relationship, take notice. And really, honestly, I think it's clear enough reason to get out of the relationship. So make sure that you don't allow anyone to blame you for things that they did. And if they get defensive, that's a huge red flag that they can't take responsibility for their own actions. I'm Donna Barnes for Digital Romance TV.
You ever wonder what to text a guy to make him desperate to be with you? Go to digitalromance.tv/TRB to learn Michael Fiore's secret texting formula to create incredible attraction with a guy at the push of a button.